One grew up on the territory feel.
And what you gonna do?
The larger-than-life icons.
Oh, yeah! Woo! The best there is, the best there was!
And the foundation of the business.
The other came in during a new era.
Now, both worlds meet in one place. Breaking down Raw, Smackdown, premium live events, legends, hot takes, and everything in between.
Oh, it's true!
This is the 8301 Wrestling Podcast, the perfect address for wrestling talk.
Welcome back to the show. You know where you at. The best address for wrestling news, 8301.
Sir.
I'm your host, Marcus Brown.
It's your boy, Chris.
Yes, sir. As y'all know, he always takes a second to recognize it's his turn to talk. But it's all good. We're getting into the first week of May, talking about Raw and SmackDown. This is probably going to be a quick show today because Raw and SmackDown weren't much to discuss. But that's okay because right after we're going to flow right into the Backlash review and talk about what happened during Backlash. So let's get straight into Raw. And we're going to, instead of just walking through what happened segment by segment by segment, let's just kind of just talk about some topics.
Okay.
So first I want to start with the main event. You got Jacob Fatu standing tall over Roman Reigns like he's been doing. Roman fought back a little bit, but Jacob with the Tongan death grip has really been showing a hole in Roman's game.
Yes.
So how do you feel about what they're doing with that and how that's leading into Backlash today?
I like how they're making the move important. Because they started by kind of doing the history of the move because we haven't seen it in a long time. So so it's nice that they're showing how vicious the move is and then giving backstory on it. To really sell the move itself. Usually, at least with the WWE way, usually when the guy gets the upper hand going into a pay-per-view, they usually lose.
True. So
I was like, I liked it, but I was like, this probably mean that Roman gonna win. But who knows?
Yeah. But I mean, it made Jacob look strong. It doesn't make Roman look weak. It makes it look like he just has a challenger, if that makes sense. So I like that they're doing that. Like, Roman is Roman. So you automatically assume he's untouchable. So to see Jacob kind of, I don't care about none of that. I'm gonna go into the lab and find something that I know you haven't faced yet.
Yeah.
Bring out that move and shock you with it, which is exactly what he did. Put him through a table, did all of that. So he's really making his claim for the title and how he needs that as opposed to I want it.
Is there a face or a heel in this match? Or that's non-existent?
I feel like they both tweeners.
Okay.
Both of them. You just root for who you want to root for. And I mean, I want big Roman fan, but I do want to see Jacob with the belt. I do.
Yeah.
But it may be too soon because then he doesn't. I feel like if you take chasing away from Jacob, what is he doing?
He's the dominant champion.
His whole character to me feels like chasing. Like he needs to be chasing all the time.
As much as vicious as he is, you think he should be chasing?
Yeah. I mean, because once he get it, who's gonna step to him?
But then that changes because then you got Oba.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You could end that whole open challenge stuff, that horrible open challenge idea, and then boom.
Okay, I feel that.
Face Oba, and then that would be nice.
That's
or Braun Breaker versus Jacob.
Mr.
What? You don't remember that standoff they had back?
I do.
About a few months
I do,
ago?
but it's just Braun. He ain't ready.
Man.
He ain't on that level yet. He ain't there.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah,
man.
he got to work his vision a little bit harder before he steps to the Simone Werewolf. But that's just my opinion. But speaking of Braun, let's get into him and how he just keeps spearing the life out of Seth Rollins every chance he gets, making Seth look extremely weak.
Extremely weak.
I'm nothing positive to say.
Yeah, because I don't know if this is them trying to, which, I mean, I don't think Brian needs that much help to get him over. Like, he's already a household name. Usually they do that for people that's just to try to get the other person over. I feel like Brian doesn't need to get put over anymore. And Seth has done so much giving. I feel like it's kind of hurting him to a certain extent now.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, he didn't get no upper. I mean, like, especially when he just came back from injury. Usually, I figured they would try to reestablish who Seth Rollins is, but they pretty much brought him back, and he's been getting beat up ever since he came back. Like, he got beat up in 3 different segments.
Yeah, the aura is gone. I mean, sing the song, have a good time, but
yeah, outside of that, he's
pedestrian.
Yeah,
and to do that to him, to me, he's
kind of jobbing, really.
Yeah, he's the Shawn Michaels of our generation. So well, I can't say our because I had Shawn Michaels, but the Shawn Michaels of this generation, and like to throw him to the side like that, I'm not. I don't.
Do you
don't
think
feel
it's
that.
because of injuries that they kind of? So do you think the company is kind of backing off of him a bit because of his age and his health? And
It could be, or this is what they want us thinking, so he can reinvent himself, come back as like a new Seth Rollins, and then start building that momentum back. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
what would that new Seth Rollins look like? Because we've seen various versions of him.
Yeah. It looked like I don't know, maybe I keep wanting him to go back to the Shield, but that's never gonna happen. Get away from the faction stuff, get away from the flamboyancy stuff.
Seemed like he's starting to, it seemed like he's gotten away from it a little bit. He's not like just outlandish with the stuff. You know, since he came back, he kind of been like in a suit, or he kind of real been like real mellow with the way he dressed.
Kind of go back to how he was on the Indies, like the Tyler Black persona that he had. He was much more focused, much more. He was much more high risk, which he won't be at this age.
Right.
But he was way more dialed in. It seemed like as that character. Seth knows he's good, and he kind of moves that way. So maybe take him back to being hungry. And it's not, I just want to prove I'm the best, but I just want to prove that you shouldn't have forgot about me.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So next we got the Judgment Day, and we got JD McDonough beating Finn Balor, which I thought Finn was about to get a push. It seems like he's not, but it's the shenanigans with the Judgment Day. I don't know.
I was hoping that the WrestleMania match was a one-off, and then they'll put Finn in the title picture, but I guess he's gonna be battling the Judgment Day probably through SummerSlam. Sounds like, or at least for the next month or two. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like they don't know what to do with Finn either. Like, like not just with him, but with a lot of people. But like I was hoping when he turned back face, that they would push him back to the main event scene. He hasn't really been in the main event title picture since he hurt himself. That was
years ago.
17?
Yep, when he separated his shoulder.
Yeah, so he hasn't really been back in the title picture since then. Like, so
we don't even know what Finn Balor, the champion, looks like.
Right, because he had it for what, like 1 day?
1 day, and he had to give it up. He won it that night, gave it up the next day. So we don't even know what that looks like.
Don't even know what it looks like.
He got one push. He got hurt. Not like he ruined. Nothing bad happened other than getting hurt.
Right.
So why not give him another chance with the belt? Like, I don't understand that, but I ain't the one in charge. Next we have Ethan Page and Rusev beating Penta and Javon. They're just kind of just pushing the Intercontinental title. Everybody wants it. Storyline a little bit more, but I saw Penta, I saw Javon. I'm good with that. But to me, those two are the story,
right?
For me, no shade to Rusev, no shade to Ethan Page. I just want to see those two go at it, though. I think they'll have the most entertaining match. Not a 4-way, just them two straight up.
What do you think about Ethan Page?
I got to see more. He was good in NXT, but this is an NXT.
Okay.
Right? The coddling is different because there isn't any.
Do you think his character translates well?
Not yet. Hasn't had a chance. It's only been 2 weeks. So
okay.
I'm like, I'm willing to give him time. You put him right in the title scene is a little early, but I know they're losing people like crazy, so you got to put somebody up there.
Okay.
But I don't think he's translating for me yet. But he's also in a 4-way with some pretty big characters, and their shadows cast pretty big.
Yeah.
So you coming in there with Penta, who's all those years of experience, Rusev, of course, and now Javon Evans, who's taking over the WWE. You know, him, Oba, Trick, all of them. So you're the lowest rung in the match. So he has to do something to stand out. That's all.
Okay.
All right, next, here we go. The last thing we're going to talk about is the Oba Femi Waste of Time.
Yes, that's the perfect title. Cause now, so I enjoyed the match.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand the concept. The concept of the open challenge is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like the physicality of him and Otis. I wish they would use Otis. Otis hasn't gotten a real good push, I feel like, since the bubble, since the pandemic, when, as far as just character-wise, because I feel like I don't know, like, I enjoyed that version of Otis.
When he was with Mandy Rose, or?
Yeah, the whole Mandy Rose situation with Dolph, like, that whole deal where he crashed out, like, I like that Otis. It needs to be, like, a balance, because he's so good, and then like he's still he's so beloved with the audience. I just wish he had put him in a storyline. So he just, him and I don't know. I just wish they would do more with him. But as far as with Oba though, I mean,
it was a waste.
It's a waste of time.
I mean, it was a good match, but it was like 2 minutes.
It was a great match, yeah.
It
does nothing for either character. I mean, for either person. Like it didn't build up Oba anymore, and it didn't help Otis.
No, and when you see Alpha Academy, you know they're going to lose. It doesn't matter who it is. So you already know that. And then because they just enhance. That's all they're there for anymore. Comic relief and enhancing of talent. But to see Oba come out there, he's the biggest thing in the company. And the best thing you have for him is let's just have him do open challenges every week.
And then even with what you said with talent just being like an enhancement, it's hard for them to be an enhancement if they lose all the time. Like Otis lost a lot of credibility, like a lot of his aura. If he's always losing every week, that doesn't make that match important. That doesn't make that open challenge and like a bigger deal than what it should be.
I agree. They just need to sit down, really figure out what they're gonna do with Oba. Put him in some kind of title picture. Make his matches feel special, because this open challenge is like, he's big, he's strong, y'all love him. Here he goes. Now we're gonna take him back.
Do you think they should go ahead and just start plugging him with Roman now, or just try to push that off to the end of the year?
I wouldn't mind that, but build it. Like even with this thing with Jacob, like I was saying earlier, it's too soon. Like we're not building anything. 3 weeks is not like build with Oba. Like let him be in the crowd when Roman's talking. Let him be, the one when they usually sit up there in the little booths and they watch. Like let him stalk Roman. Like let him. He's the ruler, right? So he's supposed to rule WWE. Well, you have a subject who feels like he's the same thing. So it's like that's the power struggle, the ruler versus the tribal chief, and let's build from there.
How do they go about? So, I like that idea of having him sit in the crowd, because I was like, how do you maintain his aura without having him?
He don't got to do nothing.
Okay,
you can still get the chants. People still get excited and go crazy. You're still seeing him. He's not interacting. He's there saying, okay, well, you think you're better than me, or you're the tribal chief. Well, let me see what you got. And then maybe the next week, Roman does the same thing. And then you got Oba tearing somebody apart. But, I mean, don't do this constantly every week, but kind of have them trying to maybe one-up each other or show who the real boss of Raw really is.
Okay.
And now we could build something. And I don't want to get into factions and all the other stuff, but I just think I don't like you, you don't like me. That's okay, because at the end of the month, we're going to wrestle each other. Like, that's what it's starting to feel like. And there's no story. I don't care.
Yeah.
And even when I try to care, they mess it up anyway. So
right.
It's no winning.
They could have, and like they didn't utilize it well, because Roman had cut that kind of like that impromptu promo on the post WrestleMania show.
That was good too.
And then, but like they could have took that and build on that, but they didn't have Oba like address it. or do anything like that. That would have been a good foundation to start on.
Yeah.
You know, but they didn't. You know, they didn't capitalize on that moment.
Writers got to do a lot more work. You have someone who has a rocket on his back, and everybody is trying to fly with him. You have to take advantage before we get tired of him. And if we sour on Oba, then what?
Then that's just a waste of the whole Brock deal. That just everything goes to waste.
So
and that'll be all WWE's fault again.
Because Brock wasn't doing no open challenges.
Right.
So why you got Oba doing it? When Brock came, you knew he was coming for somebody specifically. He would tell you why. He would usually win, get the title, or hurt that person, or whatever he's going to do, and then he's gone. That's what Oba needs to be. When you see him, you know something bad's about to happen.
Right.
But that's just my opinion. But all right, y'all, that's our review of Raw from this past week. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're listening on Spotify or any other streaming platforms, go ahead and hit us up at 8301podcast@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns. But moving right along, we're moving into SmackDown. We told you it was going to be quick because not a lot of interesting things happening, which is weird for the week of a PLE to not have a lot of craziness get you pumped up and excited for it. But we're gonna keep it going the same way. We're just gonna deal with topics. We're not gonna keep it match by match by match in the order that they happen. So we're gonna start with Jacob Uso destroying what's left of the MFTs, but then just brushing past the Usos. Does that mean something? Like, I got beef with them, but I got love for y'all, but I just don't need y'all. Or like, I do want to be in the bloodline, just not right now. Like what do you think that meant?
I think it meant like because even in kayfabe, he doesn't have a personal like physical issue with Jimmy and Jay yet.
That's true.
Now with the MFTs, Solo and them literally turned on him.
True.
So there's
a lot of beef there.
There's a lot of beef there.
History.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would be my logic behind that.
Now, I've seen Roman struggle with every one of those people out there, and Jacob ran through all of them like they were nothing. It kind of makes Roman look a little weak to me.
Yeah.
Because Jacob struggled with everybody. I mean, not Jacob, but Roman was struggling with Jay. He was struggling with Solo. I mean, he won, but he had to go through a lot. Jacob just walking over everybody. So, let me ask you this way: in trying to make Jacob look extremely strong, do you then make Roman look extremely weak?
I don't think that's possible because he has the title. So I don't think. Nah, I don't think it makes him look weak. I think it helps him. It shows vulnerability because, I mean, because I always go back to the Superman comparison. Like, people love Superman, but also people got tired of Superman because he never had any, like, he didn't face any type of, like adversity. So it was the same old thing every week. Like, you knew exactly what was going to happen. Like, you want to see Superman get beat up sometime or show some type of human.
Not really, but
well, so like some type of like, okay, where like he, like he actually got to fight hard. He actually got to come up, Yeah. So, man, it's tough because like with now I don't think it makes him look weak. It would be better if Solo. See, it's different. It's different characters too. Because when Solo was going through his thing with Roman, Solo still had that enforcer aura. It's a different type of aura now. Like, so it's like he sacrificed, and I love Solo, but he sacrificed that he had like an intimidating factor.
He did. Now
funny. Like, he doesn't have that intimidating factor no more.
He's just funny now.
He's just funny. He's a very funny, entertaining guy. So in that aspect, he's facing like a different. So when you say he's running through like Solo, that's a different version of Solo that he ran through as opposed to what Roman faced. But I don't think it makes him look weaker though. Because I mean, even in with other stuff with Roman, like he didn't just run through everybody, and he had like a lot of help doing those runs too.
So it
So
was like stacking people on top
Yeah.
of each other and pinning them. But
well,
yeah.
now that for sure.
But I mean, I thought that was it. His COVID era character was amazing,
Yeah.
and it's not the same. But he's older. You know, he doesn't have the Usos anymore. Like, it makes sense. He feels, Roman is starting to feel like the aging champion, and that they do well.
Okay.
Like, even when he holds the World Heavyweight Championship, to me, Roman feels old. I don't mean like his age. I just mean like Roman has the title. We know he's going to have the title, but he's like that old warrior that just wants to die on a sword.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have to prove anything. Like, I remember like doing like that first 4-year reign, especially early on, it's like I feel like he had a point to prove. Like, he was trying to solidify his greatness.
Yeah.
Now, like, his greatness is already solidified. So he really don't have a higher mountain to climb. I feel like he's just coasting. He's plateau, kind of plateau.
Yeah, I like how you put it. I think that's better. It just feels, like I said, he's been like in my mind when I see him come out, it's like it's the returning champion that's been the champion for years, and here he comes again, and he's got to prove that he's still good. And it just doesn't have that, like Jacob up and coming, like, man, I want to see if he can make it and what he's going. So the dynamic is interesting.
Yeah.
That Roman has lived long enough to see himself become the villain, so to speak, and he was fighting to get to the top of the mountaintop. Now he's been there so long, it's like everybody's coming for you now, and I think that's the part we forget. When you want to be great, once you become great, there's other people who want what you have.
Yeah.
So,
and the difference was, I guess in his first reign, like, everybody was coming from him, but he had that help. He don't necessarily have that
bloodline.
help no more.
Yeah, he alone. I mean, he went and got him back. He's like, I just want you guys to just be with me, not like worship me.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, but the power gonna get to your head again. Just
Yeah.
Like
Cause I feel like because I feel like that was cap, and then it's just hard with, and I ain't trying to. Well, I guess I'm trying to stay on topic, but just with Jay's character.
Oh God.
Like, it's weird because he was the one that was going to. I don't know what because even when they first got back together back in Survivor Series, Jay laid out the law, was like, hey, I'll partner with you, but like, I ain't taking X, Y, and Z. It seemed like he was still his own person. Now it seemed like he's falling back in line. He's kind of submitting.
Jimmy.
He's kind of submitting back to Roman again,
Yeah,
which I don't understand that part.
Jimmy be like, you gonna do great, Jacob and all that. He be like, nah, no, you ain't. You gonna lose. Tribal chief going.
Yeah.
I'm
like, why is he glazing? Like, he's glazing the tribal chief again. I'm like, where is this coming from? He used to be his own man. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it seems like he's just falling right back in line.
Maybe he had the title. He saw what it was like up there, and that's rarefied air. He wasn't ready, so he's like, okay, I'll just fall in line. It's better to be close to the king than be the king himself sometimes. So maybe that's how he's looking at it.
Okay.
But next we got Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time. Defending the women's U.S. title. My bad. I'm sorry. So she wrestled Kiana. If you remember last week, when she took it from Julia, and then she was telling Kiana, like, you can wrestle me because Julia's holding you back.
Right.
So they had the match, and of course Julia stands up on the ring apron, which distracts the ref when Kiana has the roll up. But the thing with the roll up was she would have kicked out at 2 anyway.
Yeah.
And then of course Tiffany knocks her off the apron. She gets the moonsault, and then she wins, and it was a match.
Yeah. That's pretty much. I really don't have a whole lot to. I feel like Tiffany has lost the aura, unfortunately.
That's good. That's good. And then she lost a bunch of weight, which is good for her. I mean, lose weight, but she just looks like everybody else now. Like she went from kind of feeling different to just looking like she wears lingerie to the ring. She's just a little stick figure like all the other girls. Because remember, she was originally a little thicker.
Yeah.
And it I don't know. She just doesn't.
And I don't know if it's because of the injury, but most people, if you because like I said, she was popping. She had a great buzz. Usually, even if you hurt or been out a while, you can come back and still maintain that buzz because people gonna be looking forward to you coming back. But and I don't know if it's a her deal or like a WWE thing to where she just you know what, like, I always blame WWE, so that's what I'm gonna stick to.
Nah, I blame TKO.
Well, yeah, with TKO.
I'm gonna get that on a t-shirt. Blame TKO.
Yeah, blame TKO because, like, it just
Vince would know what to do, but we're gonna get into that later.
Okay.
Next, Gunther coming out to, well, I guess okay, here's my thing with Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Great. I'm sure it's going to be a great match. But, like, the whole thing with him trying to get in the ring and then Cody trying to still talk on the mic, but then drop the mic to punch him in the face and then turn around and pick the mic up. Then he tries to get in, he drops the mic and he punches him in the face. And then he has to hit his new tagline because they ain't got a shirt yet. Oh, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming.
Yeah.
So,
because he said that since WrestleMania? It's like his third week saying that, right?
Easy to find, harder to beat. We got it. We understood. But it's like, Gunther has always seemed like he was unstoppable, but then he ran into Cody, and it's like Cody can stop him. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Like, you're not going to beat Cody. You tried to choke him out, he got out of it. You're trying to get in the ring, he keeps you out of it. No one else has been able to do that.
Yeah, and technically he already has a win over Gunther because they had the King or the Saudi match, you know. So yeah, I didn't understand of him trying to get in the ring and him failing to get in the ring, trying to convert. You know, I didn't understand that aspect. And then I don't understand why does Gunther have to try to attack Cody from behind. Like, you're Gunther. You shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't have to do that. So I feel like, honestly, they're making Gunther kind of weak in this.
Yeah, even more so, you switch shows to get away from Roman to wrestle Cody because he's on Raw. And now he switched to SmackDown. He could have stayed on. He got Heyman to switch him.
Yeah. He could have stayed on Raw. Honestly, that would have been better to stay on Raw because you could have went against Jacob. That would have been a great feud.
Yeah,
amazing.
That would have been really good.
And then with Roman, we haven't seen him and Roman yet, or have we? Yeah, we haven't seen them two go against each other yet.
No. So they just left that on the table to put him against Cody, and I mean they're going to Italy. And we're going to see. I mean, you know, Cody's going to win, but they kind of the super Cody of it all is getting stale. Cody needs to be a heel. Like Cody Rhodes, I just want him to be a bad guy. Yeah. This white meat, I represent everybody. And speaking of represent everybody, and I'm gonna get into it when we talk about Sammy, this whole acknowledging how bad the show is getting ridiculous. Because when you acknowledge how bad it is, but then it still stays bad every week, what is the point of acknowledging it?
Right.
All you're saying is you agree with us, but I ain't gonna change nothing.
Right.
So I don't understand that. Because Cody does it, Sammy does it. Like it's becoming a thing where we comment how bad TKO is running things. So why don't y'all band together and get them to change?
Yeah,
man. But neither here nor there. Let's get through this. So Damian Priest and Tala Tonga, you know, the last of the MFTs.
Yep.
I mean, it was good. I mean, it was a pretty good match. Two big guys, they were doing their thing, and of course, you got R-Truth come out there, and when they were about to jump him, and then you knew something was going on, shenanigans was going to happen, and of course it does. Now, I don't get the power. I keep wanting to call this man Powerhouse Hobbs. That's not who he is. Royce Keys of it all.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to recruit him in the MFTs, but why is he helping R-Truth? And they have. I can understand if it was Jacob because I've seen y'all have a relationship. I've never seen you even interact with these two. So why did you come out? Because they're trying to recruit you in the MFTs? Is that why you can't? Like,
that's what I think so.
So they should say that because I was confused. But go ahead.
Yeah, I think it was just a way to kind of build a storyline because I don't see him joining them. Of course, I just think it's a storyline to build between him and Solo. Him to face Solo.
Okay.
Because I feel like, next week or the week after, they're gonna have Solo. Solo gonna ask him to make a choice. And then, Royce gonna say no, and then he'll get jumped, and then boom, that's how that storyline takes off.
All right. I mean, yeah, it's just Royce Keys. My wife was laughing because we were watching it when he came out. I said, look, it's the guy I'm supposed to feel bad for. Like, it's hard for me to see you as a dominant character when they pushed you as a poor black kid from California whose mom never got to see you realize
push him as a sympathetic. I'm like, dude, you too big to be to have any type of sympathy for.
Hurt somebody.
Yeah,
that's
hurt
what you
somebody.
there for.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like. Oh, I never got to do anything.
Yeah, because see, like they'll push that narrative, but then backstage he over Jacob. Yeah, bro, we, you know what I'm saying? Like,
up and down the road
together, 15 years and all this.
Like,
but then get his sympathetic sob story about his upbringing and all this, and
y'all don't know what it was like. We didn't even have shoes, and blah. Like, okay, but you do now. So get in the ring and let me see. Like, I don't care. Honestly, and I hate to say it that way, I don't really care. I understand we all come from something. I come from something, you come from something, he comes from something, but we're not there now. So you're already at the top. Granted, you had to go through hell to get there, but congratulations, you made it. Now kill people. You big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now that you're there, nothing is going to knock you off where you got. The only place for you to go is up. So I don't care about what you went through to get here. I want to see how dominant you're going to be now that you are here. Don't try to make me feel sorry for you so you can get opportunity, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, and especially being black. That's another thing I didn't like. Don't make the black dude all sympathetic. So we like, okay, Negro, let's help. Let's give him some affirmative action and some DEI and give him a title shot. Like, I don't like that.
You think it's a DEI?
Yeah, like that's how they making it seem to me. Like, come on, we got a new black character. Let's push him a little bit. No, he should have came out there and hurt somebody.
Hurt everybody. Yeah.
As big as he is, he could definitely do it. And his moveset, he does a little bit more every week. I love it.
Yeah.
I would have really liked Royce Keys if he just came out dominant instead of came out crying. Me personally. I mean, big dude crying is weird.
Because they pushed that Stephanie podcast interview for
he was
weeks.
Crying on that thing.
And that was like his promo video.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
I'm young from the slums. Now I done made it.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah.
And it was like, you're never mind. I don't want to get into the ethnicity of it all. But last but certainly not least, it was the funeral for the gingerbread man. Now I saw online everybody was leaving during this segment. They said they were leaving in droves while Trick was rapping, and that off-key group was back there singing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like,
Sammy acknowledged it too.
He did, but I could say I wasn't mad. This is very WWE with like the weddings and food fights, and so this isn't unheard of. But I will. One thing I did like was putting him in all of those special moments. Over the past decades, where he was like there when Hogan slammed Andre, and they showed him that, like that.
Yeah.
That at least they put some work and some effort into it.
Yeah.
But to do all of that just so Lil Yachty could hit him in the back of the head with a cane was stupid.
Yeah. And I feel like they didn't make the, like I said, I liked, it was a cool first joke, but for them to build a whole storyline out of it, I was like, okay, it's overkill, man.
Hey, but Trick is a pimp now, so
yeah,
he pimping with the gingerbread man. No comment.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could have done more. They could have done something different. I don't get it. The funeral, and then they had like the whole everybody that the whole back. Goodness, I can't even talk tonight. All the wrestlers.
Yeah.
In
backstage,
the back. Yeah, backstage. That's the word that my brain couldn't find. Back there weeping and crying.
Yeah.
Now R-Truth made it funny.
Yeah.
But R-Truth can make anything funny.
Right.
But it's like, come on, man. It's a suit. Like, we really having a funeral for the suit. But hey, at least Lil Yachty probably got a nap out of it, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. So that was our Raw and SmackDown review for this week. If you agree, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. Remember, if you're listening on YouTube, you can like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you thought. If you're listening to any other streaming platform, go ahead and email us at 8301podcast@gmail.com. So, we got to get into 8301 court, y'all. We got to debate our topic and our subject. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The topic today is, which is better, TKO or Vince McMahon? I'm going to let you go first.
Well, see, if you would have asked me this question, thunder up, sorry. Goodness gracious. But yeah, if you would have asked me this question, let's say, well, even within the last couple of weeks, I would have said TKO. But I think, man, or maybe like, it's tough because TKO was on fire at one point. With him and Triple H, they was doing their thing.
They
but
burning the business down.
right now, man, it ain't looking good. I don't like. Okay, so TKO, they're good at making money.
Mhm.
They're phenomenal with learning how to make $1. Problem is they're not wrestling fans, so they don't understand the aspect of wrestling and the wrestling fan. they treat everything like a number.
Mhm.
So it's a business to them, which I get that aspect of it because, WWE is a business. But WWE is a different type of business. You can't just go and just randomly just release people just because they're a number to you or whatever. Because context matters. You can't, like, certain guys, just like when they tried to throw away freaking R-Truth last year, and that backfired tremendously. And then, like, you would think they would have learned their lesson, but they're still doing stuff. So I think who's better between. I think context, man. It depends on what form, man. Because look, Vince McMahon is Vince created WWE. I mean, like, he made it with the global empire that it is. All that's fun. He deserves all the love he get. But his last few years, he should not have been a part of creative. That's my only knock. He should have hung it up a long time ago. So, because he ruined a lot of stuff. People forget about that.
I haven't forgotten.
People forget the bad stuff the horrible booking that Vince was a part of. All the changing up stuff last minute, changing the booking last minute.
Few mistakes.
That's a toxic environment for the wrestlers, for the writers, for the staff.
They still had their jobs.
But it wasn't a great job to have. Like, people got tired of that. People wanted to work in peace. They couldn't. They got to walk on eggshells. The traveling, all the days on the road, that was under Vince's watch.
They were all getting paid too.
Yeah, was they?
Yes, they were. Let me tell you something. I was gonna let you finish, but I can't. First of all, Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr.
Full name's crazy.
Yes, is the man. Okay, first of all, TKO has shown you why Vince was so great. He had a mind for the business like no other. In his later years, did he make mistakes like with the dog food and stuff? I know you're going to bring that up.
You're downplaying the mistakes, though.
I'm not downplaying. TKO was making tons of mistakes. Like, they making mistakes like crazy. So, like, to me, I feel like Vince McMahon wouldn't have got rid of Karrion Kross. He would have pushed him because all they did was get rid of Karrion Kross, bring in Aleister back, and make him and Selena the new Karrion Kross and his wife. Like, it was in Scarlett. Like, it made no sense. Like, why are we replacing people when he didn't do anything? He was getting over. So they make mistakes too. Like, don't get me going with TKO and like the prices with Vince McMahon were doable, right? You can go to WrestleMania and still be able to afford your rent. Now it's like you got to make a decision which one you doing. So like, they overprice everything at TKO. They don't care about the fan. They don't care about what we're saying online. If anything, we're numbers to them. But if I'm in TKO, I want to build a TKO audience, and I'm going to get rid of the WWE audience, even though we're a generational audience.
Right.
I watched it with my father. Then I watched it with my son. And you're saying we need to go so you can build a new audience? When you got 3-4 generations of people would have been watching this stuff? So to me, TKO is horrible. But Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr., the genetic jackhammer that he is the man. And he himself has said it on multiple occasions, no one's better than him. And I agree.
Okay, so I can agree with you too. Okay, so I agree with you. So if Vince was to get the company back, would you like to see him back making choices and decisions and bookings and all that?
I would like him to have a voice. I would not like him to be the only voice.
What does that voice mean? What do you mean by having a voice?
His voice should still carry weight, but he shouldn't be the end-all be-all like he used to be.
Okay.
Like, I feel like he should have an opinion, but be the only opinion? No, I don't. He is a little past his prime.
Little?
It's a little bit. I mean, he still was making good. All his decisions. Like, we would have a Royal Rumble that had some real surprises. Danhausen wouldn't be bringing out little people. He'd have brought out, I don't know, somebody important. Not knocking little people or anything. I'm just saying.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Not even. Please don't come for me. I'm just saying. I miss like the genuine surprise. Like, Mark Henry comes out. I mean, obviously it's not going to be him. He's too old. But, something like that to get people excited. Like, there's no more excitement with TKO. But with Vince, it was always that air of excitement. Now, take away the fact that Vince is an extreme freak. You would be okay with him coming back. And to me, he wasn't doing nothing crazy. The women was agreeing to it. It's not like he was tying them up in the basement and they were screaming for help.
It could have been.
Everybody was agreeing to all of the foolishness he wanted them to do. So you got money, I want it. You tell me I got to do something, I do it. Now I'm mad that I did it and you gave me the money. That sounds like woman's logic, but whatever.
Okay. So, I wouldn't mind. Like I said, I wouldn't mind Vince coming back. I prefer to see Triple H making the creative decisions.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Um,
Well, not even just. I would like it to be like a system. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, maybe Vince, and maybe one more of mine for the business. And like they like at least have to have majority on stuff, because I think
Yeah.
having one person making no one's always right all the time.
right.
So it needs to have checks and balances, I feel.
But it just seems like from a working, cause see, it seems like TKO has only been going downhill for the last, I'll say, a few months. Before then, everything was on fire. I mean, the business was booming. The wrestlers seemed happy.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed like this crash, like this downward spiral, is very recent. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to say, is this better with or without Vince, because this crash out kind of happened out of nowhere, which is scary. But when TKO, but I mean, when they first started, like from 2023 to 2025, man, it was amazing. Like The Rock came back and all these surprises,
He
and
would
the
have done that.
John
for
Cena
Vince.
heel turn, and
Now Vince never would have let that happen. So I'm gonna give
See?
you that one. Because it didn't even last long. He flipped right back to a baby face.
well,
like
I mean, like
that.
that was his last year, so like you expect that to happen. But the moment itself, that would have never happened under Vince.
And I could have
You're biased.
yeah, or bias, remorse, or that thing, when you break up with an ex and all you remember is the good times and y'all get back together and you like,
I remember all the
why-
times.
why
I have
do it?
full. Man. I remember it all. Like those last few years, like I say, the Bray Wyatt with him, like the Fiend, like the way he screwed over the Bray Wyatt. That earns a lot of points for me. Like that's because I'm like, he's ruined stuff. As great as he is, it's also the other side too. He ruined a lot of stuff
That's
because he was
why-
just old and out of touch.
Checks and balances. That's all I'm saying. Checks and balances, but bring the man back, because then WWE comes back. To me, I feel like it's dying. It is hemorrhaging right now, and it's dying. It's going to take a long time for it to die because it's a conglomerate, but TKO doesn't care about it. It just doesn't.
And I would love to be able to pick the brain of all the wrestlers, because they are making more money and they're doing less work, less travel. So
Which
they're not,
motivates people.
so I wonder if they prefer it this way, or would they prefer being on the road more, like doing live shows and extra traveling and all the stuff that was under Vince's watch.
I mean, you get hurt more doing live shows constantly. There's a lot more injuries, but you get to see more people. There's more need to have a bigger roster.
Yeah.
You can try different things. You can help get a character over. Like, let me try this, see how it works on a live audience before I do it in front of the world.
Yeah.
So a lot more hit or miss, or let's say a lot less hit or miss. I'm sorry, y'all, for getting distracted. We just up by 27 points, and that's ridiculous. Thunder up one more time. We about to go up. We're about to go up 3-0, and then we're going to sweep the Lakers. It's a beautiful day here in Oklahoma City. But yeah, so TKO's got to go, and Vince needs to come home. That's just.
But would they sell it back to Vince, or could they sell it? Would you prefer them? Because do you think that's even possible for Vince to even become a buyer, or
No.
could Shane McMahon or Steph or somebody else take? How much? I mean, how would they even take over the?
Last I looked, they said the company was valued at $10 billion.
$10 billion. So it would
I
take a
don't know
large group.
Yeah, I don't know who's just sitting on that. So it's even if he
you
buys
could take a
it,
group. I would say take a group of people. Like say, I would leave the Rock, which is and see like another issue I have with TKO. The Rock is supposed to be on the board. I figured that's supposed to be the middleman between the corporate side and the wrestling side. So does the Rock not have a say so?
He out here making movies and going to Met galas
because I figured that was like part of the good part was okay. Well, you got the Rock on the board. He's on the board of directors. That shouldn't. So I figured that should stop some of this BS that's happening.
It's not. I don't think he getting paid too. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard when you're getting paid to fight as hard. Like, I'm getting paid to shut up. Like, the way things is
Which
moving.
And that's a horrible way to look. And like I said, I ain't trying to knock people. I mean, but to me, like, it goes back to moral compass and greed. Cause I'm like, yeah, if I'm making all this money, that's cool. But if my peers are struggling, I'm gonna feel away. Like, that's just me personally, because like I don't want to. Like, you know, you got people that's busting their hump and stuff, and then like they getting released, or they ask, you know, or they're being asked to take a pay cut, but here I am getting this big bonus. That doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, but to them it's like you leave here, you got AEW, you got TNA, you got New Japan, you got All Japan. Like, there's so many different places you could go. You got Gorilla Pro. You like there's so many different. You got MLW, you got ROW. Like, the wrestling is bigger than it's ever been.
Yeah.
So to them, it's like, leave. There's plenty of places you can go. It's not like.
But it's crazy how they don't value the wrestler. It's like because you're releasing names that's important to people.
Mm-hmm.
So you thinking that they're nothing. Like, you're actually hurting yourself. To me.
Yeah, but they also course correct when they lose somebody. Like, it's important, like a R-Truth. Oh, okay, let's go and get him back, because they really care about this one. But we don't want to have to keep going through that as fans.
Right.
Where you get rid of somebody and now we got to go crazy to get you to bring them back.
Yeah.
Like, you should be gauging your audience to know how important these people are.
Yeah.
I've never seen, not never, because he was booed when he was a heel, but when R-Truth was doing his comedy thing, when has he been booed? When has he been ignored? When is people like, everybody loves it. So you should have known that.
Yeah.
You get rid of a beloved character and then you don't know what to do. So, yeah, TKO got to go. Oh, that's a bar. And Vince McMahon, come on home, my guy. Chris co-signs that. I don't care.
I don't co-sign that.
Co-signing.
Well, so like, I'll co-sign Vince coming back as a character. Now that would be great. I would love to see Mr. McMahon back on TV. Like, you talking about a rating spike? I love to see Vince back on TV. I just don't want him making any type of creative decision. That's all. But I would love to see him back on TV, hands down. That would be phenomenal.
Whatever. I have nothing to say. But that was 8301 Court. You make a decision on who you think is better. Is it TKO or is it Vincent Kennedy McMahon? We already know what you're going to choose. But it's all good. We're going to see y'all next week for episode 5 of the 8301 podcast. I'm your host, Marcus Brown.
It's your boy, Chris.
He was on it that time. Y'all saw that. All right. So we're going to see y'all next week. Holla at us when you see us. Peace.
Sir.